Okay, it's that time, as we all know. Sephora sale time. Remember when they used to just do, I think like one of these a year and it was like a big thing? Now it's like every quarter, but hey, I'm down to save some money, you know? So I picked up some stuff. There's this whole bag and then I have a bunch of other stuff too. So there's some real like popular hyped up products that I'm trying today. So if you want to know my thoughts, you can keep watching. I'm gonna have everything I talk about and use in today's video listed down below in the description box. Some of the stuff I have already tried out. Some of it is first impressions. I placed my order like unintentionally. I was just on the Sephora app and then realized the Rouge sale was starting like at midnight. So some of these things I have been trying out for a few days and others we are trying together on camera right now. Exciting times. The Sephora sale is still live, so you can shop these products during the sale. And if you want to know my Sephora recommendations for the sale, I did a whole Instagram highlight. Instead of doing a video, I decided to just do a highlight. So it is saved on my Instagram stories. You can go to the Sephora Rex highlight. Let's get into it. All right, so I've got my very small but very expensive bag here. So during the sale, the Sephora brand stuff is 30% off, like their own brand Sephora collection. So I figured I'd try one of their primers. I always love testing blurring primers because it's just hard to find good ones. This is the Smooth and Blur Primer. The Sephora collection makes some good stuff. I love their liquid lipsticks and their gel lip liners. Those are so nice. Running on empty right now, so if I can't speak a single sentence today, that's why. Oh, has like a slight tint. Wait, let me just zoomed in with primer on my hand and got that all over my camera. Cool. So right now I have on the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Gel Moisturizer, which I have been really liking for underneath makeup or at night. Most gel moisturizers I feel like don't do anything for my skin as far as moisture, like they're just not thick enough usually. But this one really moisturizes my skin and it's a nice base for makeup because it is very like lightweight and it still absorbs in. I tried the other Peach and Lily stuff in my last Sephora try on haul video. I've been testing a lot of makeup lately, so I have a couple recent try on haul videos or first impressions, whatever you want to call it. I think it more so just like mattified than blurred. I see like a little bit of blurring, but I off first go wouldn't say it's like super blurring. Feels like one of those like moussey mattifying kind of primers. Okay, what I'm very excited to talk about are the three base products that I picked up. So first we have the One Size Turn Up the Base BBB Beauty Blurring Balm. And then we have the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. This is new from Rare Beauty, so is the BB Cream. And then there's this Rose Ink Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. So I've actually tried these two so far, so I do have my thoughts on these. I've been testing them a few times. And the Rare Beauty I have not tried today, so I posted on Instagram to see which one you guys wanted me to try out in this video. It's super close. It's been like 50-50 the whole morning since I posted that. But because I already know my thoughts on this one, I decided I'm gonna give you like my mini review on the two I've tried, and I'll try and pop in a clip of what this one looks like on. I also show it in like an upcoming vlog, so definitely see it in action. But because I haven't tried this one yet, that's what we're gonna try today, the Rare Beauty. So let's go with the Rare Beauty first, and then I will give my thoughts on these two. So it's SPF 20. This is a tinted moisturizer. I got the shade 30N because I wanted it to match tanner since that's what I've been wearing lately. Like the little packaging. It says it's no makeup, blurs, hydrates, protects, light coverage, natural radiant finish, and it comes in 24 flexible shades. That's actually really good for a tinted moisturizer. Usually a lot of brands try to get away with having less shades because it's a tinted moisturizer, when in reality it doesn't really make sense because even if something is lighter coverage, it still has to match your body, you know? Actually also picked up this Sephora brand S-Clean foundation brush. I don't know, I was just so curious about this because it's very, what's the word? Stout. It's like a short little stubby guy, but I'm just curious how this blends out. It is pretty heavy. Super soft though, wow. If I'm wearing a tinted moisturizer, something that is like a true tinted moisturizer, light kind of coverage, I like it to be radiant because I just want my skin to look nice and natural and glowy, and I find that skin can usually look more natural with a radiant finish. So let's just go in. Okay, let's try it out with this brush. I'm gonna do the other side of my face with my normal foundation brush just in case this one does like really alter it. Feels like actually kind of hard blending out because the bristles are so short, but I could see if you're someone who likes to like really blend your foundation like this, then it feels nice. But if you're like more of a stipple kind of gal, which I am because that's how you get the best coverage, it does feel like you're just kind of pouncing a rock on your face. With this brush, it's definitely looking like light coverage, but it has a pretty glow. So let's try it out on the other side with my Haley's Beauty foundation brush. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm getting better coverage with this brush and definitely feels much more comfortable in the face. The tanner on my neck is starting to get a little bit patchy. I'm trying out a new one again. So I'm just gonna like blend this down just to kind of blend it out a bit. Oh, I like how it looks on this side. It's looking like soft, and it definitely, I agree with the natural radiant finish. It's not glow overboard. It's not like the MAC reformulation. The new one is just so glowy, like glow overboard. This one doesn't seem like too much glow. It's just like a nice natural, true natural radiant finish, like they say. Oh, I'm liking the finish of this. I almost feel like as it's drying down, it's getting like more soft looking. I still see, you know, some of my stuff on my skin coming through, so it looks natural. Like I can still see things coming through, but it is evening out my skin tone really nicely. By the way, anything I test in like try on first impression kind of videos, I do update in a speed reviews video in the future once I've tried everything more and have like my full thoughts. I didn't pick up any new brow products, so as I'm doing my brows, we'll just chat about these two. I'm using the Makeup by Mario Brow Gel. So the One Size Turn of the Base BBB Cream. So just by the name of this, I thought it was gonna be a little bit like, you know, typically lighter coverage like how BB creams are. I got the shade 3N, which is light neutral, and I actually love this shade. The undertone is a true neutral undertone, and I can kind of alter it. Like I started wearing this when I had on barely any tanner, and I can like mix in easily to lighten it, and then I can also really adjust this shade for when I am wearing tanner, and it doesn't look orangey at all. So I feel like this is a good like in-between shade for me that I can really alter. It has avocado and mango butters. They say it dries down to a velvety marshmallow finish for a seamless tinted coverage with skin-like treated pigments. It blurs and controls oil. I would say I agree with all of that besides the tinted coverage. This has really good coverage. Like I think I would just call this like a very softening, blurring, matte, medium to full coverage foundation. Like that's what it feels like to me. It has a super interesting, really lightweight formula where it gives you a ton of coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy at all, and it looks matte, but it doesn't cling to stuff. It's hard to find matte foundations or matte face products that don't cling to dryness and that just look smooth over textured skin. And this is one of the few products I found that truly does that. Like I said, I've worn this 3 or 4 times so far, and every time I put this on, I've worn it for like full days too, and it wears well, it looks beautiful, and you can also really alter it to where if you like the matte finish, you can keep it at that, but if you like a glowy finish, just put on a glowy primer, glowy SPF underneath, and then set your face with setting spray, and this just melts so well with other products because it does have that like lightweight feel to it. It's very creamy, but at the same time airy. I am loving the formula of this. I'm a big One Size fan. I love their concealer. I love their powder foundation. I just feel like One Size makes some killer, like very underrated face products. It also has really unique packaging. When I first undid this, I thought that it was just like a squeeze tube, but you actually just flip it up right there and then can squeeze it out. I'm really not having a great brow day today. My brows are bugging me. But moving on from brows. Okay, now the very hyped up from TikTok, once again, Rose Inc Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. So I posted my thoughts on this on Instagram stories already. The shade 050, I think there's only like 3 shades or 2 shades. It's a hydrating serum foundation that delivers light coverage while helping to refresh skin after exposure to pollution. This like blew up on TikTok. I do not understand the hype of this one at all. This is $49, so it's very pricey. It's an interesting idea. Here's what it looks like. It says, pump on the back of hand, mix with foundation brush to activate microencapsulated pigment spheres, blend gently onto face. So I did try it in that way. I tried it with a brush, a sponge, and I actually mixed it in with the One Size BBB balm. That's a lot of B's. Basically it just gives your skin a glow. That's it. I would not call this light coverage. It is very sheer to the point where like it might give you a slight color, just like a little bit of darkness on my skin tone for the shade. But other than that, it literally looks like you just put on like a glowy moisturizer. I think you can get the exact same look by just using glowy moisturizer and mixing in like a dab of concealer or something. Not even that. I think that would have more coverage. For $49, I just don't think this is worth it at all. Yeah, I would just say you can totally pass on this. I am going to be returning this because I just don't see the point. From that same brand, Rose Inc, I'm going to be trying the Soft Light Luminous Hydrating Concealer. This has been getting like also rave reviews, hoping it's better than that other product I tried. I got the shade LX030. Really beautiful packaging. It reminds me of like a mix of Rare Beauty and Hourglass packaging. Has this like glass outside. It feels nice. Like it just feels like quality packaging. Oh My God, this is a big boy. Look at this applicator. You can't even tell how big it is there. It's quite large, very large. I'm just gonna start out with one eye in case this dries down fast or anything. So it's supposed to be luminous, hydrating. Oh, feels hydrating right away, blending out. Definitely feels hydrating. Feels creamy, but more on the lightweight side. Like it doesn't feel like a thick concealer at all. Definitely brightening, but also the shade is, you know, quite a bit lighter. I think this might be one that I actually like better letting sit on for a minute. Some concealers, especially like very hydrating ones, I like to let sit just to kind of dry down a little bit before I blend it out. Immediately, this is kind of reminding me of the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. It has that same like lightweight, moisturizing kind of feel. So let's just let that sit on there for a second. I'm gonna highlight like the center of my face with this because I do feel like my foundation is a little bit on the dark side right now. This is the giant Sonia Kashuk sponge. This has been on for about 30 seconds now, so I'm gonna blend it out. It's looking nice. I definitely like this side better where it sat on for a little bit longer. It feels lightweight, but it does feel moisturizing. I like how it blends out. So concealer so far, I'm liking. I would say this one has about high medium coverage, but it does spread really far, so you don't need to like do a huge triangle under your eye. Like you saw, I just put it right here and it really spreads. It's definitely not as like full coverage as the concealers I usually use, like the Hourglass, Hailey's Beauty, One Size. Totally forgot I also had this concealer. It's the KVD Lightweight Full Coverage Concealer. I got the shade Light 107. This one I think is supposed to be like very full coverage, and a lot of people are liking this one too. Here's Light 107 of KVD next to the Rose Ink in 030. Unfortunately, it is true. I only have one face with two under eyes, so I can't test this concealer right now, but I will try this out, keep you updated. Probably in a vlog, I'll update it. I think before I finish up my face, I'm actually gonna just do my eyes. We're gonna switch up my usual, what's the word, order. This one with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I like the longevity of this one, but I don't like how it is like kind of sheer. I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Always Naked palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. Very beautiful, from the drugstore. I love this shade for everyday. It's such a good just like blending shade or as an all over lid shade. I just realized I forgot to grab a bronzer from downstairs. I'm gonna take the deep brown shade. I guess I'm putting this all over my lid. The video I have coming next week, you guys, has so many good things, and I'm like very tempted to use the eyeshadow palette and the highlighter today. Wow. I just brought that way too far in, and I feel like I'm half asleep right now, to be honest. One of my favorite high-end products of all time that I totally forgot to add to that Instagram highlight, I'll probably go do that after I film this, is the KVD Dazzle Sticks. These are so unreal. I've talked about these a lot on YouTube, but they're just the most beautiful. You can do it like light and get like a sheen on your lid, or you can really go in with it and it's like friggin' stunning. They have an interesting like wet kind of feel. They dry down once they're on your lid, but they're not too dry to where you're getting like a bunch of fallout. Because I have gold earrings on right now, I'm actually gonna add in like a little bit of warmth. Got some clash in tones here, so I'm gonna go in with the very warm brown shade, just a little bit, and put that into the crease. I'm having one of those makeup days, you know, the days. I don't know what the heck I'm doing for the rest of the eyes or on the lower lash line yet. Don't have a plan, but I'm gonna take the Rare Beauty setting powder in the shade Light. I do like this. I'm gonna put a little bit around my pores. Just gonna take a little bit of this. I don't love this powder for my under eyes, but I'm really tempted to set them with this right now. Let's try. Loose powder for me on my under eyes, just, it's a rare day when it looks good. Okay, you know what? I think this look is it's gonna come together. So for bronzer, I'm gonna take the Physicians Formula Bread and Butter bronzer in the shade Baked. I have both of the shades of this, and this one has a very nice undertone. These are very glowy though. I like that the finish of the Rare Beauty still has a glow, but to the touch, it doesn't feel too tacky, and it feels very lightweight, like it's easy blending this bronzer on top, even though I didn't powder that part of my face. I'm going in with a powder blush lately. This is what I've been reaching for. It's the ColourPop Pressed Powder Blush in Swirled. This is just a really pretty pink, fully matte shade. I feel like ColourPop makes some of the best matte blushes out there. If you just like a true matte blendable blush, they have some good ones, and they're obviously affordable. It's ColourPop. Yeah, see, now I'm not loving my under eyes with that powder. I feel like loose powder just takes away the coverage for me. They're looking like darker under there. I might go in with my e.l.f. powder like I have been doing because it just adds some really nice coverage. I'm just going to take a flimsier brush and do like a dab since I already have powder under there, but I do want to just like add a bit more coverage. I forgot I picked up this eyeliner. It's by Gwen Stefani's new brand. It's the Line It Up 24 Gel Pencil Eyeliner. This was getting really good reviews. Also the red lipstick I saw someone talk about and they said it was really nice. So I'm curious to try this brand. I love when there's like a celebrity brand that's actually legit and good, like Rare Beauty typically is. I'm constantly on the hunt for good liners that you can smudge out, but that don't blend away, that don't turn gray, and that don't transfer up. So I'm gonna try smudging this one on my upper lash line first. Super creamy, which can be hit or miss for smudging, because sometimes if they're too creamy and they don't dry, then they can transfer up. It's inevitable that when you do this, they are gonna, you know, get softer looking because you're just blending out a liner. So usually I'll go in for a second layer to kind of deepen up the base a little bit and then smudge again. I do extend past my eyes, open a little bit, and then flip upwards down like you're doing Wynn, and I blend down and up. That made no sense. Oh wow, this is gonna be one of those videos. Maybe I'll tightline with this one just to see. My main thing will just be, does this transfer up? Before I do mascara and lashes and everything, I picked up a new setting spray to try out, another One Size product. It's their On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. This has been out for a while, but I just have never tried it. Got the little travel size, which I loved that they had. Obviously, I'm down for the travel size stuff right now. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a nice sprayer. Okay, it says it's mattifying and waterproof. Very strong fragrance. Smells like straight up perfume. So here's my skin now. Let's see if it like immediately mattifies or if it's just one of those that's supposed to like help you stay matte throughout the day kind of thing. So it smells good, but whoa, it smells like you're spraying perfume on your face. It's very fragranced. Too much. I think they need to turn down the fragrance notch a few on this, but it felt like air going on. Like I actually don't know if anything came out. I think it did, but it just feels that lightweight. Well, it definitely did because I smell it now that I'm thinking about that, but it definitely doesn't feel like a wet liquid. It feels like just like a cold air kind of. What do you think? Did it mattify? I feel like down here it looks more matte. My forehead looks a little bit more matte, but I'm gonna keep trying this one. I'm hoping that the fragrance is gonna be okay on my skin, like not break me out. Mentioned this mascara in one of my last videos, the Milk Rise mascara. I'm gonna continue to test this. I haven't tried it since then, and this packaging just like drives me crazy. There's hair and shit like stuck to it because it's like this silicone white packaging. Doesn't seem ideal for makeup, but anyways. Going in for a second layer, even though I am using false lashes today, but I just want to like fully test this one again. Same kind of reaction as last time. I feel like it looks nice, but it's nothing like to write home about. Like I feel like I could get the same kind of look with the L'Oreal Voluminous. I'm all over the place today. Okay, now I need to go get lash glue. Parker is very stressed that I'm in here filming right now. I couldn't find my usual Kiss lash glue, so I'm going to try out this Velour lash glue. It just came with like one of their lashes. But for lashes, I'm going to use these Dollar Lashes by AOA. They're the Scarlet ones. I used to really like these. I just haven't repurchased them in a while. So they're back in my life. So I'm going to put these on and then we will be back. I really went wild in the lip department here, so I have a lot of lip stuff to talk about. Okay, I'm remembering why I love these lashes so much. They, to me, look like how Ardell Demi Wispies look like on other people. Those lashes have never looked good on me, but these ones give that same like wispy effect, but there's just something about the shape of these that looks like more flattering on my eye shape. To me, these are like the perfect special event wedding lashes because they like elongate really nicely. They're not too dramatic, but they add a little something, and they're super lightweight, and they're literally $1.50 around there. I'm just gonna put a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line. I don't want to do a lot because I want to keep my eyes pretty open. The rest of this bag is filled with lip products. I went a little bit crazy on the lip products because I'm just in like a nude mood. I want to try all the nudes. I tried to get this one specific Natasha Denona lip liner and then another one by Makeup Forever, and they kept getting like out of stock, so I kind of missed the boat on those. So I don't have a new lip liner to try. So once again, Charlotte Tilbury, iconic nude. Who's shocked? It just goes with friggin' everything. So obviously I can't put all these on my lips right now, but a couple are glosses and then a couple are lipsticks. And I have tried one of these. I tried the Merit. This one's like very popular right now, the Signature Lip in the shade Baby. Nice packaging, it pulls up, and then here's the shade. So this one for me is a little bit darker than what I like, especially when my skin is fair, but even on tan skin, because lip colors do look different obviously depending on your skin tone. It's just like a little bit too deep for me, and it has like a little bit of like a berry undertone. The formula lasted pretty well. It felt nice and like creamy and moisturizing, but it had this like look where it just kind of settled into the lines of my lips too much. So then I picked up Anastasia Beverly Hills Satin Lipstick in the shade Haze. I've only tried the Anastasia matte lipsticks, and the formula on those is not the best, so I'm hoping the satin is a little bit better, but this looked like, yeah, this looks like nice light nude. Whoa, this is light. But that's what I like. I like the light nudes. This has like a pretty like peachy kind of tone. I feel like I'm forgetting one. But then I got two glosses. So this one I have tried. This is the Item Beauty Hey Y'all lip oil. So I got this because Giselle, when we were in Miami, she whipped this out of her bag and it looked so pretty on her, and I love these like pinky kind of tones. The thing I don't love about this, and the reason why I haven't been reaching for it, is because it is extremely scented, and it's like a really strong like candy fruity scent. So I think some people would love that, but it's like, well, kind of makes me gag. It's like super fragranced, but it looks really pretty on the lips. So I think I want to just show you guys what it looks like, because I'm going to try the other gloss. But just to show you, it does look pretty. It looks like nice and plumping, and it is a lip oil, so it's not thick gloss or anything. It's a very thin formula. It's one of those lip products too that you can still smell it and like taste it on your lips. So if you're down for the fruity scents, you'd probably love this. So I'm going with the Anastasia lipstick, and then I'll go in with this lip gloss that I have from Lawless. So I'm excited for this because it looks like one of those tones that's right up my alley. Oh yeah. Okay, obviously it's very nude, so I'm going to go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury liner and just deepen it up a little bit on the corners. Okay, I really like those two together for more of like a light nude, and I think this color on my fair skin will probably be really nice. It'll probably be like perfect, especially adding a little bit of a pink gloss over top. So I'm hoping this is gonna give that effect. This is the Clean AF Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss in the shade Daisy Pink. I've tried so many of these kind of shade glosses. I just love a good baby pink gloss or just lipstick, like Glossier Lucite. If you like this kind of color, just get Glossier Lucite. It's so pretty. But this looks really promising, the shade in here. Let's hope it doesn't have like a crazy, crazy scent. Why do they have to do this? Why do they have to do this to us? It's definitely much less than the Item Beauty one, so I think this will be okay. So this is one of those where if I like the look of it, I might be able to overlook it. We'll see. Ooh. The applicator feels very like plush. It like curves. Whoa. The shape of this is so cool. It curves to your lips. It feels really cool going on. I've never had a lip gloss applicator feel like this. Oh, this might be a winner. This gloss has a really pretty amount of pigment. Doesn't feel too sticky. It is on like the creamier side. Now it's feeling like kind of minty tingly. Oh, it's plumping. Okay, so it's like one of those plumping glosses that you can actually feel. I am starting to feel like the tingle. Right now the tingle isn't too intense. The Milk Makeup plumping gloss is like, whoa. This one is feeling like just a nice tingle, kind of like minty almost. I love the applicator of this. I love the color. Super glossy too. I'm liking this one a lot. So now that the tinted moisturizer has been on my face for, I think it's been at least an hour. Yeah, it's been like an hour and a half. So it's so crazy that you film for that long and then it gets cut down into like 15-20 minutes, but here we are. Keep in mind I did put on the setting spray, mattifying setting spray over top, but I feel like even before that it started looking like a little bit dry in certain parts. I don't think the setting spray like helped out with that with this one, so it could have been the setting spray, it could have been just this. That's why I'm going to keep testing and update and speed reviews. Also in like certain parts of my face, like down here, maybe I just didn't blend that well, but like I feel like certain parts it's almost like rubbed off. So I'm just gonna actually go in with a tiny bit more on my brush just to blend that better, because maybe that was just me. Like maybe I missed it down here. Alright, so here's the final look. Testing the Sephora makeup. I'm gonna do my quick initial rundown of things that off the bat I'm like, whoa, maybe you should try, maybe you should skip. This one, not super impressive to me as far as like the blurring that happened, so I would probably say you can pass on that. The Rosing Concealer I am excited to keep testing because it does feel very nice and hydrating. If you have drier under eyes, you might really like this one. I think I might like this with the e.l.f. powder over top more than like how I powdered my under eyes today, but I do like the color too. It's like a nice neutral tone. Love the packaging. Feels nice and lightweight, blends out really far. You know my thoughts on the other couple of face products I did mini reviews on, but between the One Size And this, as far as like which one I think you should get, I think they're very different, like polar opposites. So it's going to just completely depend on the finish that you want and the coverage that you want, because that one is much more matte, much more full coverage. This is more of like an actual tinted moisturizer kind of product. I liked it. I think it has a lot of potential, but I'm gonna have to keep testing it. This brush, I think you could pass on. I might like it for blending out like cream bronzer or something, or even this might be a good like face tanner brush to blend out tanner, because I usually mix tanner with moisturizer, even like to apply tanner on your hands or something. I feel like the eyes have been on for probably half hour now, maybe 20 minutes, and so far no transfer up with this liner, so that's promising. Some eyeliners transfer up right away. The other main standout I would say is the gloss. I think this is going to be a good one. This lipstick shade isn't going to be for everyone, but I do like the satin formula of this much better than the matte lipsticks. I like my forehead is just looking like needs a little bit of something, so I think I'm actually going to take a spray of the Charlotte Tilbury just on my forehead. Obviously lashes are a standout, but that wasn't like a new item I'm trying, but just forgot how friggin' pretty those are. They just have such pretty stagger and wispiness to them. So I'm gonna have everything that's on my face and that I tried today listed down below in the description box. Also, if you lasted until the end of this video, you have a little surprise. If you aren't following me on Instagram, I am doing a giveaway over on there right now with a bunch of skincare, makeup. You can enter twice per day and it's going on until the night of the 9th, which I'm pretty sure this video is going up the morning of the 9th. It is an international giveaway and it's just a bunch of skincare and makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed trying out some new makeup with me, getting some updates on some other ones. Wow, it's like a deep itch. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.